Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So if you are a new Amazon seller and don't know how you can succeed, don't know what to do, how you can prepare, well, you're in the right place. In this video, we're gonna be covering 5 essential tips you need to know in order to succeed when doing online arbitrage, because I will be sharing all of my experiences into this video. And if you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Lester. I used to have a 9-to-5 job, but now I've been doing Amazon FBA full-time for 3 years now, and I've sold over $2 million in total sales. So with that being said, let's get started. Number 1 tip is you have to lower your buy costs. If you really make it simple and look at it, Amazon is all about buying low and selling high. So you want to get your products, of course, the lowest price possible. Because A, not only is going to make you profit, but also you want to make sure you have room for margin in case everyone on the listing decide to lower their price. You still have room and you're still profitable. So how do you exactly do this? So this can be done by, number 1 is taking advantage of discounted gift cards. So I purchased all these DSW gift cards when they had a 25% off bonus when you purchase $100 or more. So I ended up putting $500 each on these cards. So basically with 25% additional bonus, I'm getting $125 on top of the 500 here. So this is, instead of 500, this equals to 625 total, and I got 4 of them here. So I'm getting 25% off, basically sale on the item. And in order to make it even better or juicier, I would say, is stack it with either a coupon that is going on online. So that's basically the ideal combo, is using a discounted gift card, using a coupon, and purchasing everything at a huge sale. So to find coupons on each website, I love to use, and personal favorite is a free Google Chrome extension. It's called the Capital One savings. So definitely go ahead and download that if you're an Amazon seller. I want to share a story when I had this opportunity come up where pretty much all the stars aligned. That's gonna open up the whole opportunity in order for me to take a really big advantage, because when I first started looking at it, there weren't as much profitable items because I didn't have either the discounted gift card of 25% or items wasn't on sale. But having all of those together stack up, I was able to get up to pretty much 50% on the whole entire store. So imagine how many products you can sell, how much money you can spend in order to make something like profitable, because before it wasn't. So that's why this is tip number 1, is to lower your buy costs and get creative as well. So this will lead us to tip number 2, which is to keep your antennas up. So what I mean by that exactly is to network with other people. So such a basic advice, right? Network with other people. So how do you exactly accomplish this? Because in the past, I've had opportunities, for example, like DSW here. I knew about a big sale like 2-3 weeks in advance. So that allowed me to prepare ahead, whether that's, loading up on gift cards or just blocking off that time to really source for it. Or I let my virtual assistant employee know a heads up pretty much that there's gonna be a big sale. So one tip here is on how you can really expand your network is you can join communities, right? Like we have a free Discord community that you can join. You can talk to other Amazon sellers out there. So joining a community is a good step for that. Another actionable step you can do is to sign up for these websites, emails, newsletter, because they're gonna be promoting it. They're gonna be marketing it, especially, with the big companies. They're gonna let you know ahead of time. Sometimes they might even send you a letter in the mail. I've gotten that in some of the stores, and giving you a heads up, maybe, a couple weeks ahead. I definitely take advantage of both. Of course, the networking ability is gonna be the much more powerful because you get to talk with other Amazon sellers out there. So definitely sign up on our free Discord and love to see you there. Tip number 3 is you have to drink the Kool-Aid. Drinking the Kool-Aid per se is going to lead you to success no matter what, because basically what it means is you're gonna be immersed as a sponge, educating yourself, learning all the brands of what are available on these specific stores. Because if you just spend a lot of time sourcing on, specific stores, basically on your rotation, you're gonna know as an online arbitrage seller, like how many orders you can get through without getting cancellation, because chances are these brands or companies are just gonna cancel it because they're not really reseller friendly. So you might know some websites that are reseller friendly, like for example, like Walmart. Walmart will allow you to order as many stuff you can, versus on the other hand, Target. if you order a lot of Target, they're gonna start flagging your account. They might even ban your account. So these are the stuff that the more you spend time on each website, you kind of know the ins and the outs. So that's what I mean by drink the Kool-Aid. Just immerse yourself in that situation, because if you know some websites, maybe you can order 10 quantity, then maybe a couple hours later you can start ordering another 10, or maybe use a different gift card, or use through a PayPal or Apple Pay. So there are different avenues that you will learn and find out the more time you spend on these. Another example is if you look at a store at Sephora. Sephora carries multiple beauty brands, right? They have a lot of brands, but did you know that their competition Ulta does the same thing, but they're not available at Sephora, or vice versa, because those are specific brands that they had made a contract with either Sephora or Ulta. So it's good to know which brands carry who, because that's going to allow you to have a advantage of having a sale here. You know that you can only get the specific brand from Sephora, for example. If they have a huge sale, that brand is going to have a discount pretty much. So it's good to know this. Again, that's just a great example of it. For me, what I've learned and wanted to share with you guys when I first started is I was sourcing pretty much the same websites every single day. And it's kind of like, reading these books back here. It's like you read the book once and you read it again. It's like reading a completely different book, because you're kind of growing, your mindset shift. So the same thing, you might not see a product before, or a brand you might not recognize, but then the more you spend time on it, I can't say more than enough, is you will just naturally find more things. And there's not really a shortcut with it. They have this saying like the 10,000 hour rule. You don't have to spend 10,000 hour rule, but spending, an hour or two each day, you will naturally gravitate towards these things. You kind of know what's going on. And again, definitely spend a lot of time if you are a beginner on these websites that you are planning to source. Tip number 4 is be bold and start experimenting. You don't have to go crazy, right? You can certainly dabble in some things. You do a test buy. When I first started Amazon FBA, if you didn't know, I used to just sell used textbooks. That was my thing, because that's all I knew, right? But then, I started to ask my question, like, what if? Like, that is a key question that sometimes we can reflect upon. What if I started selling Legos or toys during Christmas season? We know people are going to be buying, for gifts or for kids out there. Christmas, people just naturally spend. You got Black Friday prior to that. You got all these deals going on. So I was like, why not sell Legos or toys? Then that kind of led me to start opening up and trying to purchase those items. And I slowly expanded myself and being open to other opportunities out there. Then I was like, what if I started selling beauty products? I might not know as much beauty products, but I'm sure I can learn it. Like, there's videos out there, there's things that social media that I can keep an update on. So what if is always never a bad idea if you are willing to experiment and try things. What if I buy, 5 items of this, see how it goes, 10 items of this, see how it goes. So definitely start experimenting or different categories that you haven't sold before. And the last tip here for number 5 is bet on yourself. You are your number one investment, and it's really important to reinvest in your own personal stock in order for you to start growing, or whatever success will be for yourself, not just for business, but in life as well, whether that's, being healthy, being able to take time off, being able to travel. So these are things that you can reinvest in yourself, not necessarily on these books. These books are definitely essential because that's something I do. I constantly purchase books, all the time, because if I can just take one thing, that $20 or $30, however it may cost, can pay off multiple times. If I can just take one thing that can change the needle in terms of my business or my life or whatever I'm looking for, because that is the key here. Like, knowledge is power, but without that knowledge, you can't do anything. You're just stagnant, right? So you want to constantly improve yourself. So that's why it's really important to bet on yourself. Another way you can invest in yourself is to attend on conference, right? You might take effort, you might have to go out of your comfort zone, but attending this conference, this meeting, it's going to allow you to get out of your comfort zone and meet other people, because we talked about how important networking is. You don't know how you'll get lucky without putting yourself out there. So it's really important to do that. Even if you're not comfortable, even if you're not a social person, you never know what's the opportunity out there. That's the thing that should excite you or motivate you enough to just get out of your house, go meet other people, or just chase for the opportunity and just putting yourself out there. The second way is much more passive, and I used to do this a lot. When I used to work a 9-to-5 job, my commute was around 25 minutes each way. So think about it, round trip, that's close to an hour, depending on the traffic. I was in Miami, so there's always traffic. An hour multiplied by 5, that's 5 hours each week just spending on commute. So why not make something out of it? And I started to come up with my own thing. You know, I called it Commute Classroom. So that was the thing that I'd come up with, Commute Classroom, right? Basically what it means is I was listening to something educational, whether that's a podcast or an audiobook. And I was a big fan of the Commute Classroom because it was a passive way for me to invest myself, to learn on myself. As you can see, you guys right here. So you can see there's 53 titles here. These are all the different audiobooks that I have. So that was one of the things that I started to implement. Another way you can do it, a common way, is for podcasts, right? There's so many business podcasts out there that are available to improve upon your business, your mindset, your life, whatever you were looking for. So definitely take advantage of this. Like for me, that was an hour each day. Then what I would do just to enjoy myself is like, you know, the last 5 to 10 minutes, I'd put in music to kind of hype myself up.
Miami, baby, let's go.
So I was still kind of enjoying myself, but learning at the same time. So it's a good way to combine those. And if you want to go above and beyond, like for me, when I go running, sometimes I go for long runs, 10 miles or plus. It's going to be like an hour and a half, depending how fast I'm running. Is I put in same thing, podcast or the Audible book that I'm listening to where I'm at the gym. Again, you can play around with this, but these are different passive opportunities for you to invest and start learning something new that you can apply actionable steps, hopefully, for your business. And lastly is, of course, watching YouTube. I mean, you're here watching it right now, whether that's paying attention where we're at right now, because this might be a long video, or you might be in the kitchen, just having it in the background, you're listening to me. So it's YouTube University. It's the good old classic. I mean, I've learned how to tie my tie when I used to work my 9 to 5 from YouTube. Yeah, YouTube University can never fail. It's an excellent way to learn for free. So yeah, hopefully you guys found these tips super useful that you can apply in your Amazon FBA so you can start seeing some success. And if you want to learn which products are the best products to sell on Amazon, definitely check this video out. And don't forget, we do have a free newsletter. Make sure you sign up below, join our Discord as well. Thank you guys so much. Ask me any questions I can help. See ya.